Now with this empty spaces, okay, खत्म हो गया कंसेप्ट. आगे लगेगा आपको वो कंसेप्ट क्लियर है आपका? कौन सा? ये वाला vacant spaces, empty spaces. Some people call it as empty spaces, some people call it as vacant spaces. As I'm calling it as vacant spaces. Concept important, आगे लगेगा ये concept. टाइम पास के लिए नहीं किया मैंने. Okay. Now let's come to factorial notation. In this permutation combination, you'll require factorial, and maybe, in fact, all of you must be aware about this factorial. Okay. Still, I'm explaining it fast. Theory of permutation and combination uses a mathematical notation known as factorial notation. Let us first understand the factorial notation, which is defined for natural number. Factorials are defined for natural numbers. Natural number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Exception is 0. I go point. Okay. For a fractional number n, assuming n is a fractional number, the factorial of n is written as n exclamation mark. That exclamation mark means factorial, or you can show that L type sign and then L, n in that. L type sign also can be used for factorial. So be careful. Theory में किधर पूछ सकते हो लोग, objective में theory this particular symbol. Factorial n. This is also factorial n. So two ways to write: n exclamation mark, otherwise L type sign, and in that n. Okay, and read it as n factorial is the product of n natural numbers from 1 to n, but generally we write it the other way, 1 to 9. That is n factorial is equal to, that is factorial n is equal to 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 up to n minus 2 into n minus 1 into n, but generally it is written as product of natural numbers from n to 1. We don't write 1 to n normally, it's one and the same, it's multiplication. So 3 multiplied by 2 or 2 multiplied by 3 is one and the same. But we write it the other way around. N factorial is equal to n factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, so on, 3 into 2 into 1. So 5 factorial कैसे लिखेंगे? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is 120. 4 factorial, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is 24. 3 factorial, 3 into 2 into 1, 6. 2 factorial, 2 into 1, that is 2. And 1 factorial is 1. Last line, important. Though 0 is not a natural number, we define 0 factorial as 1. I hope you know this. I should not waste time on this. मालूम है ना factorial क्या याद रखना है? 5 factorial means what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Shall I move further? चले आगे. ये मालूम है ना सब? हेलो, रिप्लाई. कुछ डिफिकल्ट नहीं है इसमें. क्या मालूम होना चाहिए फैक्टोरियल कैसा लिखने का, बस लगेगा आगे. जिनको नहीं मालूम है उनके लिए रिपीट किया. Now we can write 7 factorial in the following different ways. 7 factorial you can write 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Yes, definitely. You can write like this also. 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 factorial. What is 2 factorial? 2 factorial means 2 into 1. I can write this. एक एक कम कर दूंगा मैं. 7 factorial, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. Another way to write 7 factorial is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. हो जाएगा. Any doubt? While solving the sums, you will require it. Any doubt? Okay, next. So we can write n factorial as n factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 factorial. जैसा 7 factorial इधर लास्ट केस में मैंने 7 factorial कैसे लिखा के दिखाया आपको. 7 factorial is 7 into 6 factorial. Similarly, you can write n factorial as n into n minus 1 factorial. Important, factorial of negative number is not allowed. You cannot have factorial for negative number. Only natural numbers, and one exception is that is 0. 0 though not a natural number, 0 factorial is defined as 1. Why? अभी आपको इधर कोई proof पूछने वाला नहीं है, otherwise I would have given you the proof also why 0 factorial is 1. Okay, you just remember 0 factorial is 1. Then factorial of fraction is also not allowed. That is 0.25 factorial, no, not allowed. It is integers factorial, that is 2 natural, 1 2 3 4. Now here you will have all factorials, by heart them and keep, because we require factorials so that you can get the answer fast. 7 factorial is, that is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is 5040. 6 factorial is 620. 5 factorial 120, 4 factorial 24, 3 factorial 6, 2 factorial is 2, 1 factorial is 1, and 0 factorial is also 1. रट्टा मार के रखो, otherwise you can calculate करने में आपका टाइम जाएगा. If you know them by heart, तो easy हो जाएगा. And I'm not asking you to remember all, up to 7, it's easy. First 3 or 4 तो easy है, 4 factorial तक. आगे के 3 at the most याद रखने, 120, 720, 5040. Okay. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. 6 multiplied by 4, 24. 24 multiplied by 5, 120. 120 multiplied by 6, 720. 720 multiplied by 7 is 5040. Okay. So you have to by heart them and any doubt here also? Any doubt? कुछ है नहीं इसमें. Next, properties of factorial notation. For any positive integer n comma n, m and n are the two positive integers. N factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 factorial. अभी अभी देख लिया, कुछ नया नहीं है. If n is greater than 1, then n factorial can be written as n factorial into n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. Greater than 2, then you can write n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 factorial. Okay. Anyway, even if you remember the first one, that is more than enough. Fourth one, second and third, जरूरत नहीं याद रखने की. Fourth, m plus n factorial is always divisible by n factorial as well as by n factorial. I hope you're getting me what I'm saying. Suppose if we said 4 plus 5 factorial, 4 plus 5 factorial, 4 plus 5, that is 9, 9 factorial. So it will be divisible by m and it will be divisible by as well as by n factorial. That is 4 plus 5. Assume m to be 4 and n to be 5. 4 and 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9. So 9 factorial will be divisible by 4 factorial. Second, or 9 factorial is even divisible by 5 factorial also. Next, ये याद रखो, m into n factorial is not is equal to m factorial into n factorial. Next, m plus n factorial is not is equal to m factorial plus n factorial. International maths नहीं करना. If m is greater than n, m minus n, negative का तो factorial allowed ही नहीं है, तो m has to be greater than n. m minus n factorial is not is equal to m factorial minus n factorial. And then division में भी, so किधर भी allowed नहीं है. Plus, minus, multiply, divide, in all 4 cases it's not allowed. It is not equal.
पढ़ाई के लिए मेहनत तो सब करते हैं, लेकिन स्मार्ट स्टडी कौन करता है? प्री एग्जाम ऐप के साथ बनाइए अपनी तैयारी सुपर स्मार्ट. प्री एग्जाम ऐप देता है वाइड रेंज के एग्जाम्स की तैयारी, जैसे जी, नीट, कैट, सीए फाउंडेशन, सीएस सीट, बैंकिंग, रेलवे, एसएससी, एमबीए एंट्रेंस, एसवाईजेसी, कॉम, टीवाईबी कॉम और भी बहुत कुछ. चैप्टर वाइज टेस्ट्स एंड मॉक टेस्ट्स, डिटेल्ड परफॉर्मेंस एनालिसिस, और अब तैयारी होगी एकदम परफेक्ट। कहीं भी कभी भी पढ़ाई करें, और एक विशाल क्वेश्चन बैंक आपकी तैयारी को बनाए आसान। इंस्टेंट इवैल्यूएशन से तुरंत जानिए अपनी परफॉर्मेंस और पाएं पर्सनलाइज्ड फीडबैक। तो अब देरी किस बात की? प्री एग्जाम ऐप डाउनलोड करें और अपने नाम से रजिस्टर्ड करें, और एक विशाल क्वेश्चन बैंक बिल्कुल फ्री, और अपनी सफलता की कहानी लिखें। लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है। प्री एग्जाम ऐप स्मार्ट तैयारी का साथी।
Want to take a screenshot? Take a screenshot. Now we'll start with the sums. Now formula will come and then. Okay. Here. Find n if n plus 6 factorial is equal to 56 into n plus 4 factorial. क्या ढूंढना है आपको? n ढूंढना है। मैं करता हूँ पहली बार, नेक्स्ट टाइम आएगा तो आपको करना है। देखो कैसे कर रहा हूँ। This is given. What is given in the question I am writing? n plus 1, n plus 6 factorial is equal to 56 into n plus 4 factorial. Now, आगे मैंने क्या किया? n plus 6 factorial को स्प्लिट अप किया, सिंप्लीफाई किया। n plus 6 into n plus 5, minus 1 कर रहा है ना? 6 minus 1 is 5. n plus 5 into n plus 4 factorial is equal to 56 into n plus 4 factorial. अभी n plus 4 factorial, n plus 4 factorial gets cut. क्या बचा? n plus 6 into n plus 5 is equal to 56. Now you can make quadratic of n and you can solve it by quadratic equation. I don't mind. Here I am saying also. Now you can solve by quadratic in n, but I am not doing it. I am so writing 56 as a product of two consecutive numbers. कैसा लिखने का 56? 56 you should write it as this. My method is, or this method I'm showing is easier method. Don't go for quadratic equation. Don't say that n square plus 11n plus whatever it comes to. Don't do that. What you should do is 56 ko you make it in such a way that it comes to multiplication of two consecutive numbers. So it is 8 multiplied by 7. So therefore n plus 6 multiplied by n plus 5 is equal to 8 into 7. Now equating on bigger factors on either side. You take bigger factors. So I get, therefore n plus 6 is equal to 8. Bigger factors. Bigger factor from the left side, bigger factor from the right side. n plus 6 is equal to 8. Solve it. And n is equal to 2. By quadratic equation also you'll get 2. तो प्रॉब्लम होता है उसमें. दिस इज बेटर मेथड, फास्ट मेथड एंड बेटर. एनी डाउट? स्टेप बाय स्टेप सॉल्व करके दिखाया मैंने. एनी डाउट? एनी डाउट? थर्ड टाइम आई एम आस्किंग. एनी डाउट? फोर्थ टाइम? नाउ people started typing. No. Clear? Now next time if sum comes about n, you have to do it. I'll give you time. You solve it by quadratic equation, I don't mind. Then problem हो सकता है quadratic equation में, स्पेशली 3 नंबर आ जाएगा ना, 3 इधर 2 ही था तो quadratic equation बना, उधर रेस टू 3 बनेगा, फिर डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है वो. चलो आगे इमीडिएटली सॉल्व करो. फाइंड n if 17 minus n factorial upon 14 minus n factorial is equal to 5 factorial. चलो एक दो स्टेप मैं करता हूँ फिर रुक जाता हूँ मैं. Which means the same by cross multiplying. By cross multiplying 5 factorial is 5 factorial upon 1. So 7 minus n factorial is equal to 5 factorial into 14 minus n factorial. अभी किया था उसी टाइप का सम है, करो. I'm waiting. The earlier sum and this sum is in the same form. There's one answer I got. Priya gave me answer 11. Hiten is giving 8. Devanshu giving 11. अभी एक सॉल्व किया यार, इसके पहले जस्ट सॉल्व किया. देखो ये सॉल्यूशन इधर n प्लस था, n प्लस इधर माइनस है, बट उतना आना चाहिए. मैथमेटिक्स है, 10 का माइनस हुआ है. Otherwise, same. Okay, let's go and solve. Now, 17 minus n into 16 minus n into 15 minus n multiplied by 14 minus n. एक कम करना होता है ना. 17 minus n minus 1, which is 16n. 16 minus n is equal to 5 factorial into 14 minus n factorial. 14 minus n factorial, 14 minus n factorial gets cancelled. I'm not showing it here. They get cancelled. If you want, I'll show it here. This 14 minus n factorial cancelled and this cancelled. Now what is left? 17 minus n into 16 minus n minus 15 minus n factorial है बच्चा. Factorial क्या is equal to 5 factorial. Is equal to 5 factorial. So that is equal to 120. 5 factorial को solve किया. अभी तो आपको बोला था कि by heart करना है. 5 factorial is 120. So 120. Now there are three numbers. Here there are three numbers. So find out three numbers. Okay, consecutive number. Three consecutive numbers whose multiplication is 120. 120 as a product of three consecutive numbers. So 6 into 5 into 4. Equating bigger factors on either side. 17 minus n is equal to 6. N is equal to 11. समझा. अभी दोनों हो गया. पॉजिटिव वाला भी हो गया, नेगेटिव वाला भी हो गया. आगे तकलीफ नहीं आना चाहिए. So I'm on to the next one. चले आगे. Let's go. अब आता है परम्यूटेशन. अभी तक मैंने परम्यूटेशन वर्ड बोला ही नहीं था. परम्यूटेशन के लिए जो चाहिए था वो सब किया. वेकेंट स्पेसेस किया, उसके बाद वेकेंट स्पेसेस के बाद अभी फैक्टोरियल किया. अब आ रहा हूं मैं परम्यूटेशन. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय परम्यूटेशन? Permutation means arrangement. When you want to do certain arrangement, you require what is known as permutation. Okay, जब combination आएगा देखेंगे. Combination is for selection and permutation is for arrangement. So arrange this, arrange that means you have to use permutation. Permutation is an arrangement. देखो इधर भी बोला है. Permutation is an arrangement in a defined order of numbers or object taken some or all at a time. Suppose you are having 6 objects, so taken 2 at a time. Out of 6 you can take 3. Maximum you can take 6. You are having 6 objects. Out of 6 you can take all 6. So the number of distinct permutations are distinct objects chosen from given collection of n distinct objects. Objects should be distinct. The word important है, distinct. Distinct. Here are distinct objects. Here I'm saying and distinct. Distinct means different. Distinct means different. Same नहीं होने चाहिए object. Sir same होगा तो वो बाद में. पहले distinct object सीखो. Okay. So is donated by NPR or N upper में, that is called as upper index, N P R is lower index, or you can say P in bracket N comma R. Anyway, there are three ways to show it. General followed practice is the second one. General followed practice is to use this one. But instead of this, you can use this also, or you can use this notation also. All three means one and the same. Majority of the people are using N upper side mein and R down side mein and P. That is, N is called as higher index and R is called as lower index. Then there's a formula. NPR is equal to N factorial upon N minus R factorial. You're taking R thing and always R has to be less than or is equal to N. कॉमन सेंस भी है, अगर मेरे पास 10 रुपया है तो मैं मैक्सिमम डोनेशन 10 रुपए ही दे सकता हूँ. I cannot give more. I can give less than that. I cannot give more than that because I am having only 10 rupees. Maximum I can spend is 10. Out of 10, I can spend 1 rupee, I can spend 2 rupees. So that is N is maximum total. You will never have R greater than N. It can be equal to. मेरे पास 10 रुपए, मैंने 10 रुपया खर्चा किया, हो सकता है. I am having 10 rupees and I have spent 12 rupees. हो ही नहीं सकता.